Hi, my name is Carl from Steve's North End Mower Shop, and we're going to have to do a little presentation unlike what we've done years past, doing it out on our front yard because of the inclement weather, the snow that's being out there, and lack of ability to get out there. So instead of waiting until warmer weather shows up, I thought I'd take a little bit of time and hopefully show you some of our products that we're going to offer for the upcoming 2015 season. This is something we've not done before. Normally we go out onto the yards and we're able to run the mowers around, but it's just not able to right now. The ground is still frozen. There's snow laying out in the front yard. So at this time we're going to try and give you a little overview of some of the mowers and maybe some of the features. What we have here is a mower back in here. Is called the Time Cutter, and this was supposed to be, we were going to hype it and show it down at the Pottstown Home Show, but it was stuck in a snow and we didn't get it in time. So I thought again to unveil this new model that Toro came out with. It's a steering wheel or tractor with a zero turn in mind. Again, it has some features. This was supposed to be down there, but we're going to show you here. It has ability to get a steering wheel here, and when you sit on it, you have a foot pedal to make it go faster, and you can go in reverse, but it steers with the steering wheel instead of the traditional the levers. This is going to come with a 42-inch deck and a 50-inch deck, and it's very easy to operate it because you're comfortable with the steering wheel instead of the twin levers. So it's something that's new, exciting, different in the aspect of how it's going to operate for those that feel intimidated with the levers. The levers are still more maneuverable, but this will give you better maneuverable than a normal lawn tractor would have been. And it has some nice features, such when you get off of it, you can push this pedal down, raise and lower the steering wheel to get off of it and get off and on, so it's not interfering with your ability to get in and out of the mower. So again, we didn't have it in time for the Pottstown Home Show. We do have it on our showroom floor. Stop on out at Steve's North End Mower Shop, 435 Malgers Mill Road. I'll take a little bit of time. We have a snapper rear engine rider. This has been very popular for somebody that has a smaller yard. It has the rear engine rider, like I said, steers with the steering wheel, has a very sharp turning radius like the conventional snapper was before, and it has ability to go forward and reverse like any other mower, but the engine's in the back, and one of its assets with it being in the back, the noise and the heat is behind you. And it has a very low center of gravity. You have height of cut is over here on your left hand side that changes the height of cut. The shift is on the go on the right hand side. So that's, and it has ability to put a bagger on it or a mulching kit. The mulching kit comes with it. I shouldn't say it's an accessory, it actually comes with it. Behind it, and we're not going to be able to see it, but we do carry a line of generators. It's built by Gravely and it has a Honda engine on it. So that one there has electric start, and he's able to show you, but it's something that we do carry at Steve's North End Mower Shop. We have a lineup of Gravely mowers, and they are from our 42 ZT series. And again, we're not going to be able to do as much as we can do on the yard, but one feature that has been very much receptive is the ability to push your foot on the pedal and raise and lower the deck and change the height of cut by just moving the lever. And in this case, it always goes back to the prescribed height that you have. But if you have a situation where as you're mowing a lawn and you come over a root, a stump, a swale, or going up over a sand mound, you can push this up so you don't scalp the lawn, let go of here, and it goes right back to the prescribed height. This one here has what we call a stamp deck made out of 12 gauge steel. And if you come out to Steve's Mower Shop, you'll find out there's many things that we can show you more on this mower as far as features and benefits. These roll out so it's easy access. It has a very high back seat. As you look at mowers in general, look at some of the other things to consider is who's going to take care of the warranty. Is there a delivery charge? Those are things that we do at Steve's Mower Shop, explaining. They're fully assembled. They are serviced. When you get them, whoever drops them off will take the time to go over the mower, explaining how it functions, what you need to do and what your responsibilities are, and how it functions and how to use it properly and safely. If you buy it from other places, do they offer that? Does a warranty get covered? Do you have to register it? Those things are all done automatically at Steve's North End Mower Shop. So if there is a recall, you know that the product will get notified through email or postcard or mail. So those are things to consider when you are purchasing lawnmowers or outdoor power equipment. This is a model that came, again, because of the snow, we didn't get them in as quickly as we wanted to for Down to Home Show, and it's new for this year. It's called a ZTX, and it comes in a 42 and a 52-inch deck. This has a much more robust, as they like to talk about, but it is now a fabricated deck. It is made out of 10-gauge steel, and it's much heavier gauge steel than the one we have as a homeowner series, and this is still a homeowner series, but it has much more contouring to it. It has a reinforced fork in the front. This has roller bearings in the front instead of just, but bushings. This has armrests on it, and it has a nice feature that we've added to it. Again, it has the raise and lowering, but then I have a knob over here that I can turn to change the height to cut by just moving a knob instead of a lever. Has an hour meter on it. Why would I want an hour meter? That is so that you would know how much maintenance is being done. You can also find out how much time your kids are running around on it and not really mowing grass. But it has armrest built into it, has your lever here just like any other zero turn does. But it has a foot pad on here, but it is very well built. It has a full frame underneath it, and everything is welded together instead of a lot of times there's manufacturers just bolt stuff together. This has a lever here that is welded onto there, but it's better than chains hanging off of chains. Sometimes it can cause it to bounce around and be that not as efficient. Seats adjustable. We have here a HD. It's still considered homeowner usage, but again, it has a much heavier frame than what we do on the Z series. Much heavier frame, much bigger, wider stance, a little faster ground speed, a bigger transmission. These transmissions or the drive system are primarily built by Hydro Gear. They have many models to choose from, and as we go up in Gravely, you'll find out that they have bigger transmissions that have faster pumps and bigger pumps, more CCs, and also bigger axles. This has a much plusher seat. This is somebody that might be considered mowing 2 to 3 acre plus yards. It has a hex belt instead of a conventional V belt that you can see here. When we put them on the yard, you'll see that this will be more responsive as you go up in different models, much faster maneuverability. On this one over here is our first entry into the commercial series. And again, it has the foot and raising, but now it goes in 1/4 inch increments instead of 1/2 inch increments. This has a rollover protection if somebody is going on steep banks and stuff like that, that you can fold it over for going underneath trees or lift it up to go over the banks. You have a bigger motor. This is powered with a Kawasaki engine. This will be new in the sense it's not a new model. We did have the Pro Turn last year, and it's a step up. It will have a fabricated deck again, being a 10-gauge steel. We do have some other models we don't have out right now. They're in crates because of the weather, but we have a 200 series, and it will have more features yet with rubber isolators. It will have a 7-gauge steel, bigger ground speed, bigger tires. You can see us on our website. Again, I can't get into this like I do on the yard, where we really can show you some of the features and the benefits. Right now, we're just not able to, and that's why I took the time, or hopefully give you some ideas. Go to our website at Steve's Mower Shop and go link to the companies that we do have available to show you. Right now, we are waiting for one more Toro model. It will be the twin lever conventional mower that would be sitting here where the real mower is. This real mower is something that I did last year because Toro is a 100-year-old company, and I refurbished an old real mower that I had acquired, and it has a lot of, it's built the best we can timestamp is right 1953, and I brought it back to life, and it's just something that I did for just to show people, you know, what it was like years ago to mow grass. And it's an old 1953 with a Briggs & Stratton engine on it, and I refurbished it and brought it back to life and have it on our showroom floor. But in a few more weeks, we will have a zero turn with the lever type, and it will have features different than what Gravely will be. So that's something that you may find a benefit on the Gravely line or on the Toro line, different features. We have a conventional lawn tractor that we have here. Snapper builds a lawn tractor. It's a 42-inch cut. And again, I can't get into as much features, but this one here has a gas pedal similar to what we're doing with the time cutter. It's a gas pedal, but it actually is a ground speed. The further down you push it, the faster you go. Conventional lawn tractor, meaning it is a engine up front. For those that still like the lawn tractor, the idea is what they want to be able to pull stuff. Well, that's not true. In the zero turns, we can put a hitch on most of this stuff today and have that ability to go and pull things. It has a nice high back seat. You have comfort. It has an open here, so easy off and on. And it does have a sharp turning radius. Again, I apologize, but on the yard, we can get into this. We do have financing available. We're going to go over this in a little bit. The financing that we have on many of our products is 0% for 24 months. There is other plans available. Either stop out and talk to Gary. He'll go through with all the different financings that we have. We are an authorized dealer for Briggs & Stratton, Tecumseh, Kohler, Kawasaki engines that are being currently used on our application. Subaru is another engine. We're going to show you we have a log splitter. And this log splitter, that's why I touched on Subaru. This is a 34-ton log splitter, has powered with a Subaru engine, high-end quality engines. It has something that's nice. It has for the logs to lay on, and then there's a working table that once you split a piece, you can lay it on the opposite side. This is ready. It has a hitch that is put on it, so you can just tow this to wherever you're cutting your wood and split your wood. But it has two features that's been really nice: a working area and a table that you can lay stuff onto. We have a line of trimmers that we do offer and chainsaws. We're not going to get into a lot, but it's called Red Max. It's a very high-end line of trimmers, chainsaws, handheld blowers for the upcoming season when you got to clean up your lawn from all the snow damage that occurred, from the ice that occurred, handheld blowers, backpack blowers. There's different models. When you look at blowers, you're looking at many features such as CFMs, mile per hour. But the CFMs, be aware of, they will give it, some manufacturers only give you to at the hose, some give you to at the working pressure. So it varies according to what you're looking at, but be aware of that your working pressure or volume or CFM is out here, not what it comes out there. And some manufacturers will give you only this number, not the actual out there. This has a air in the back that blows up over your back, so when it is a hotter time of year, it helps to cool off your back. The trigger is right up on your hand right here instead of being on your hip. It gives you better control. Handheld blowers. So we have many models to choose from on that. Again, I have here a product called Core. It has come out to us and it has a power pack in the very back here. It's rechargeable. You can pull this out, put it into their charging system, but it really, it's a higher end than more trimmers are. The unique thing is the motor is mounted down here, so it cuts down on the weight. This is using the 80 thousandths line, dual line, and it really has been for the homeowner that doesn't have that large of an area, and doesn't have to fool around with gas and worried about the stale gas, the gas sitting around. This has and they have models where you can put on other attachments such as a blower and a hedge trimmer and the trimmer itself. So it's multitasking. It really does speed up. It has a lot of torque. It'll last you about the same amount of time as a tank of gas would be on a trimmer. And it's much more convenient for those consumers in town that don't have a lot to do and they have concerns about the gas, stale gas, which is a big problem with our ethanol gas today, of gas that goes bad. So this is a choice that some people might want to consider instead of going to a gas-powered trimmer or needing multiple things such as a hedge trimmer or a leaf blower. So it's multitasking.
Yeah.
At this point, we're going to try and show you a few little rotary mowers that we do offer. Toro has the Time Master, and this has been really accepted well. It's a 30-inch cut. It's meant for somebody saying, wow, just 21-inch cut doesn't cut it for us. We want something that'll do it more efficiently, faster, ground speed, and choices of different options, such as the bagger. This has a bagger on it. It's a mulcher. It has a feature such as we can take this handle, flip it vertically for storage. If you want to put it in your SUV for servicing or take it somewhere, the handle can completely go over. That has the feature, as it's touched on, we call it personal pace. As you slide this down, the further down it goes, the faster you walk. It is electric start, but it has another feature called spin stop. And on this model, again, when you start the engine up, the blade doesn't go around until you release the blue lever, squeeze this back, now the blade engages. Well, what's the benefit? If I'm bagging grass and I want to fill it, it fills up in this part of the yard, I can stop the blade, still power the unit over to the area where I'm going to dump it, empty the bag, come back over here, squeeze this back up and re-engage the blade. So I can use it for a transportation purpose, or if I got to go across a stone driveway or get to another area where it's unsafe, you can let go of the blade stops, slide this down, and the further down it goes, the faster you walk. You get to the area that you're ready to mow your grass, squeeze this back up and the blade engages. So it has dual purposes for the spin stop. It is also safer when you go to empty the bag or don't have to restart the engine each and every time, as we do on some of the other models that we do have here. Again, I'm sorry, but on this we don't have a lot of facility to display each mower, so we have a rack system, and each mower has a different benefit to the consumer. Right here we have an all-wheel drive that Toro came out with this year. Instead of most mowers either front-wheel drive or rear-wheel drive, where they incorporated both drive systems. And this is kind of nice for somebody that has that extreme hill and they just couldn't get it up the hill with the rear-wheel drive or front-wheel drive. So Toro was able to combine both of their mechanisms to drive it up the hills, and it's an all-wheel drive. And below there we have a front-wheel drive, we have a push. We have model with electric start for those that have problems for pulling the rope. They're allowed to walk, but they cannot physically pull the rope, be it due to age or injury. So this has a model where you squeeze the bail and push the button and it starts up. The below it is our what we call spin stop, and that has the same features I just went on to the Time Master about. And over here we have something we brought out this year. We have an Aaron's lineup of mowers. And again, you can't, but the handle you can see flips over, and it has that nice feature, and you can set it back up in the bagger, and it has one lever, and that's on the other side, to do all four wheels at one time. We have the Snapper lineup that we still carry. Snapper is a rear-wheel drive mower, and it has a Ninja blade on it. And we also have the Toro, what they call the Super Recycler. That is a cast aluminum deck instead of a steel deck. It is a very premium mower. It has the mulching capabilities and bagging and side discharge, or saying 3-in-1. Again, we were not able to put stuff out on the yard like we've done in the past. We will be doing that at a later date, but I just thought I'd give you some overviews of some of the features and models that we do have available at Steve's Mower Shop. We do carry a full line of parts. We have a parts lookup system. Many times we can find parts that are available for other brand mowers that may occur from other box stores or available. Again, if you're looking at mowers, there's some thoughts when you do purchase a mower before you make that initial purchase. Price driven, yes, but is it a fully assembled? How do I get warranty? Who does the warranty? Do I have to take it somewhere? Is it registered? Do I have to pay extra to get it registered? Those are things to consider after the sale if you have parts availability. Is there some parts available? Some of the newer engines that we're seeing may not have readily parts available. You have to chase or get ordered online to get parts in. So that's something that we have. We sell 3 lines of mowers, 4 lines of mowers, but we sell the Gravely line, we sell Toro, we have Snapper, and we have now the Aaron's line. If you're considering a snowblower, it also might be time to consider coming out, checking. We have an early promotion for early buys on snowblowers. After 2 whole winters of shoveling and shoveling, we did hear some comments this year from the home show that maybe it's time to buy a snowblower and stop on out. We're taking orders for next year's delivery of snowblowers. Something that we have offered at Steve's North End Mower Shop, and it's what we call a free tune-up for your new mower that you purchase for the first time year and at Steve's Mower Shop, and it went in detailed such as regapping of the plug, changing the oil and oil filter, cleaning the air filter, replacing the fuel filter, sharpen and balance blades, lubricate all fittings, check compression, clean and service battery, adjust tire pressures, tighten and check all belts, and tighten up all nuts and bolts, power wash the unit, and verify there's no service bulletins. That comes back to as far as registering the mower, making sure there was nothing in there. This would not include pickup and delivery. This only applies to new mowers purchased from Steve's Mower Shop for this year, and it will deal with a benefit that we're offering. So if you come out and buy a new mower, you would receive this coupon, and it would entitle you to that, but it would be not, there'll be a disclaimer about mower must be done within the first year, not commercially used. There would be no, you would still be responsible for paying for the pickup and delivery. We do offer financing at 0% up to 48 months at Steve's North End Mower Shop, so that is something to consider, and we do it in-house. We can do it right away usually within a half an hour or less. He can enter it, and if we have you get approved, that expedites the delivery of your mower so that it can get into your possession, so you can mow your grass at a much quicker and be happier to have your grass mowed faster with a new zero turn. And that's something that is really, a zero turn will save you a lot of time in mowing grass and cutting down on your trimming time. Again, we're not able to take it out and demonstrate like we've done in years past because of the weather, but hopefully this has been enlightening and hopefully very informational. I know we can't show and do what we've done in the years past, but thank you very much. Have a good spring.